So Captain Chris here, Captain Realtor, Southwest Florida. Today we are on the water. We are over off of Estero Island, Fort Myers Beach area, and we are going to cover all kinds of material today. We're going over some of the different neighborhoods on the island, as well as on Estero Island, which has some lower cost places, as well as RV park. There's an RV park over there as well, with a little drive through there. We're going to talk a little bit about tides and just some things to look out for, because the water is very shallow back here in some areas. I've seen my share of sailboats catch dry land accidentally and find themselves half on their side. Not that that's funny, but it is something that happens down here. So you really got to be paying attention. A lot of my clients from up north are used to boating on lakes, and you don't have that water depth that changes on a regular basis. The tide cycles here are pretty much twice a day. You have 2 high tides and 2 low tides, and they fluctuate right around between 1.5 feet and 3 foot in depth, and that's really not much compared to some other areas of the country, especially if you're from the Northeast or up in the Northwest parts of the United States, where you'll see tides that fluctuate, 10 feet, 15 feet, in some cases even more. So the tides in this part of the country, it's not nearly as severe. However, the water is very shallow, so you definitely have to worry about that on occasion. So we are in San Carlos RV Park, and you can see here from the video, they've got water access for folks. Almost all these spots are right on the water, which is fantastic if you're looking to bring your RV down to Fort Myers Beach. You can see we've got spots open on both sides of the inlet there. They also have a pool. Across from there is another marina. I think it's Getaway Marina. They just sold that marina recently. I have to get the details, and we'll put that in the comments or in the description of the video for you. So yeah, as we get started today, we're going to go through some more of the affordable places near Fort Myers Beach and just on the water, and we'll eventually we're going to discuss some properties that are we've got one that's $1 million, so you can see what $1 million gets you on the water here in Fort Myers Beach. And then we've got a couple condos that we're going to talk about too, and that's going to be interesting because there's been a lot of increases in HOAs and just some of the different rules and regulations. But yeah, we're going to get our day started here. On to the next stop. So we're right on the backside of San Carlos Island, and as you can see here, they used to have trailer courts back in here. I believe there was 4 of them, 4 different communities. One I know for a fact was a co-op. You'll see, I'll put a map into this and embed a map into this video so you can see some of the different communities that are back here on the backside of San Carlos Island. Salty Sam's Marina is just back over here. They're doing a lot of rebuilding, and I know that some of these communities they're putting in or actually giving people the ability to put in stilt homes. So you can not have to worry so much about storm surge back here. A lot of these particular properties took on water when Hurricane Ian came through, and I know that some of them have been allowed to rebuild. Some of them that were washed away, they're allowing people to put in some stilt homes. So kind of an interesting area. It's definitely less expensive back over here, and if you're looking for water access, this is the more affordable way to go. It's all sailboat access, direct access. So if you do happen to have a larger vessel, it's all going to depend on how much waterfront you have. If you don't have enough waterfront for a big 35 footer, well, then you just have to make do with what you got. But yeah, we are on the backside of San Carlos Island, and we are going to make our way over towards Estero Island, and we'll talk more about Fort Myers Beach. So as I was saying earlier, we're going to talk a little bit in more detail about tides and some of the different homes and neighborhoods here on Fort Myers Beach, Estero Island. We've got a beautiful day in Southwest Florida. Hardly a cloud in the sky. It's a bit humid, but it's going to be a nice day. We'll try to get as much video as we can of some of the different properties, some of the different canals for you. If you like this video, click that subscribe button, as well as click the likes. We love seeing those likes. We do videos at least once a week minimum. Sometimes we get more than that out there. So yes, subscribe if you like our videos. We would love to have you on our channel. And one of the big reasons why tides down here are, something you really have to pay attention to is the fact that we have very shallow water here in Southwest Florida. And if you happen to be on a canal where it might be a problem, if the tide gets really low, it might be difficult for you to get your boat in and out. You just have to be aware of that. As you can see, we're on the back bay side of Fort Myers Beach here. We've got some condos up here straight ahead we're going to discuss a little bit. That's Ocean Harbor. It's right next to the Snookbite Marina, Publix. It's kind of mid-island. We'll talk a little bit about that when we get a little bit closer. But yes, tides are something that you have to be paying attention to. Plus, you have to also pay attention to the navigational markers. Navigational markers down here are a little bit different than in some other areas of the country. And even down here, there's some canals where they switch things up on you a little bit. But we're not going to get into too much depth on channel markers today. Tides definitely important. So at the end of the day, you're gonna want a boat that's going to be a deep water vessel where you might need, say, 4, 5, 6 foot of draft, like a sailboat. Some of these areas it's not going to be suited for that type of vessel. Now, if it's a fishing boat or a flats boat, usually you're not going to have any troubles. You can see there's a hurricane deck boat right there. Those hurricanes are fantastic. You get about 18 inches of draft with 24 foot. The reason I know that is because that is what we are on, and that is what we own, is a 24-foot hurricane deck boat. So we'll talk a little bit about Ocean Harbor here. So let's talk a little bit about Ocean Harbor condos here. They are luxury condos ranging in price from, I've seen them as low as just over $500,000 up to $1.5 million. And the HOAs in there are a bit expensive. They're around $17,000 a year. When I looked those up this morning, you'll see that they've got new docks. All of their docks got wiped out during Hurricane Ian, and they've gone ahead and rebuilt those. But some of these condos have deeded dock space, so you could keep your boat on a lift right here in front of your condo, and you're good to go. Now, what's nice is it's centrally located, so you are almost mid-island. You'll see right over here, straight ahead of us, is the Snookbite Marina, which is a full-service marina here on the island, mid-island, and they do have dry storage as well as wet storage. You'll see a handful of larger vessels. We're going to go cruising by those. You can see we've got a no wake zone here, so we're trying to keep our speed down. But you'll see that they redid all their docks after Ian, like pretty much every marina had to do down here. And you'll see right now their gas for recreational ethanol free is $5.50 a gallon, and diesel is $4.60. It's not cheap, but that's pretty much what you get when you want to buy gas on the water. As you can see, we've got some nice looking vessels there. Now, another thing that's nice about this particular marina is they also have a restaurant, more of a fine dining restaurant on the upper level. It's kind of hard to see, but that's called Fresh Catch. And then they also have a place called the Junkanoo, which is right down below. Now, those two restaurants used to be in a building right on Fort Myers Beach, down island, or actually a little bit further to the north, and it was right on the sand. It's a lot of fun. However, it was destroyed during Hurricane Ian, and when they decided to reopen the businesses, they did sign a lease here, and now they are a bit more protected on the bay side. So if you literally go about a quarter mile straight this direction, you'll run right into the Gulf of America / Mexico. So along the back bay here in this part of the island, this is all a manatee zone. It's a pretty good stretch. It's about 3.5 miles long, and it's a slow roll through here, but we've got to protect the manatees, and plus there's a lot of boat traffic, so it's not just the manatees. You really don't want people racing through here. That has a tendency to do damage to not only the wildlife, but potential for accidents. Plus you have wear on the seawalls and docks and all of that. But this is a bit of a slow roll through here. You can see we got some boats out. It's a nice day. So one of the other things you got to consider when docking your boat down here, there's really several different types of docks. You have fixed docks, and then you have floating docks. And when you tie up to these fixed docks, you just want to make sure you have a little extra line for the tide fluctuations. The floating docks, you'll find at a lot of the marinas, just because it's just a lot easier for them to tie boats down, and easier for people to get on and off their vessels. So you tie up to these fixed docks, and you'll find that if it's low tide, it might be really difficult for you to climb in and out of your vessel. Whereas with the floating docks, no problem. You just pretty much tie up and walk right off the back of your boat. So we're cruising through another canal here. This is one of the deeper Gulf access canals on the island. You'll notice, at least what I've noticed, is these particular homes on this canal tend to bring a little bit more money because you can put a deeper water vessel in here. You don't have to worry as much about the tide fluctuation coming in and out of here. But yeah, you can see some pretty cool houses. Docks look pretty good. Most everybody who had any sort of damage, for the most part, you're finding that most of them have been fixed up, and they're looking good. There's a nice World Cat. That's a nice looking boat there. Now the other thing too, these manatees like it back in these canals because it's there's definitely less traffic back in here, and water tends to be even a little bit warmer. They'll feed off of mangroves if they can. But yeah, you can see as we go back through here, got some nice looking houses. There's a newer one right there. Got a nice lift, little extra dock space. Straight ahead, we've got a larger vessel. Like I mentioned, this particular canal. We'll put a map in here so you can see where we're at on the island. Uh-oh, got a little doggy. Uh-oh, we got a couple of doggies. They're warning us. I'm doing a little work on that property. You can see here, very quiet back in here. So we're cruising through the Fairview Isles neighborhood on Estero Island. We're going to go cruising up one of the little feeder canals here, and we're going to show you what $1 million, or at least this is what the asking price for this particular house is in Fairview Isles. We'll be right by it here in just a minute. So this is the Fairview Island, or excuse me, Fairview Isles neighborhood. Um, you can see we've got some really nice large houses that come along that back bay here, and then you can see they're doing new construction. There's some big houses back in here. This is nice. Tell you what, these are all set up too for latest as far as your hurricane protection. I'm sure they all are impact windows, and you can see these. A nice dock. They did a nice job on that there. But seawall, you can see they've reinforced this one. Seawalls are obviously very expensive. You can see some of them have damage, some of them don't, but for the most part, this canal here is a little wider than some of the others, so you can get a little larger boat in here if need be. You can see it looks like they had some pilings in there holding that seawall up. See, they're working on this house over here. So you can see we got a new construction house right here. And as I mentioned earlier, we were going to go buy a house that is listed for $999,000, just so you can kind of get an idea of what that could hurt, or what you could buy for that amount down here in Fairview Isles. It would be not this house, but this one right here, and you can see that it has all the hurricane protection all set up, and they've got their pool. Looks like it's still missing the canopy for their boat lift, but yeah, this house here listed for $999,000, so $1 million. There's what $1 million will get you here on the beach, Fort Myers Beach. I have a feeling that this house over here is worth more than $1 million. I have to look this one up and see. It's pretty nice. I really like that pool. They've got that AstroTurf around it. Really looks nice. Nice thing about AstroTurf is you don't have to worry about the grass growing, that's for sure. So we are actually near Fishtails Marina. We're looking at some condos in this neighborhood, and what I've noticed, a lot of these condos had issues after Hurricane Ian. They've gone ahead, and some of these have been completely redone. Not only new roofs, but new impact windows. I noticed this particular building here had quite a large assessment, as well as they have increased their monthly HOA fees quite a bit. I believe these are somewhere in that $15,000 year range. I'll have to just get some clarification. We'll put a little map up on the screen here so you can see where we're at. But what they did is they had in the budget new boat docks, and this particular condo has deeded docks for residents, and you'll see really nice lifts. I mean, they did a great job. They've got roofs over the top, as you can see, and of course, be able to lift right out of the water, so Don't have to worry about getting all that corrosion on your boat, which is definitely nice. All new pilings. There's the condo right there. Now some people got there's a nice looking pontoon. Got a power pole on the back. See, we've got some units over here on this side. This is a different community. Little bird. These pontoons have really become popular on the island. And again, as I was telling you earlier, the water depth down here it's very shallow at certain tide level or certain tides, and when you don't want to have to worry about depths, these pontoons, you can get into 12 inches of water and just be just fine, or you trim the motor up and get into some really shallow areas. So having a pontoon makes a lot of sense for a lot of the boaters here. And of course, up north, pontoons are pretty much the norm, but they've made so many improvements in the last 10 to 15 years with the tri-tunes. They're just much more stable, and they definitely can handle the elements down here, as well as waves. I mean, they cut through the waves fantastic. I know some friends who own tri-tunes, and they swear by them. They think it's just the way to go. I'm still in my Hurricane 240 Sun Deck, and you know what? It's hard to make that switch. We like our boat, and gets us around just fine. But maybe the next one will do a pontoon. It's hard to say. We will see. So if you're enjoying this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, click that subscribe button. We try to get new videos out every week. We talk about different neighborhoods. We do a lot with waterfront properties. So you'll see us out on the water. I am a boat captain. I have my merchant mariner's credentials, so I can legally show clients housing from the water, which is unique. As a matter of fact, I've had other agents contact me to do that for them. So if you're an agent and you have a waterfront property where you need a boat captain to help you with doing waterfront showings, we can accommodate you for that. So we are cruising down the canal here, closer to the south end of the island, headed towards Fishtails Marina. And you can see this is really popular for folks who want to have a condo as well as have a boat. There are a ton of condos available with boat lifts down here. So if you are in the market for a condo and you want to have a boat when you come down here, and keep it right here at your condo or your townhome or even your house for that matter, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help. I'm a full-time real estate agent. I specialize in waterfront properties. So give me a holler. So as we get to the end of the canal here, you'll see Fishtails Marina, and they are redoing all of their dry storage, I've noticed. They also had a really nice restaurant here. Years ago, it used to be called the Fish House, and Walker's Marine had actually taken that over, and they built just a really neat tiki bar, tiki restaurant slash tiki bar. And what I really liked about this particular restaurant was the fact that they had really good dockage. So, if you wanted to come by boat, it was really easy to get down here. Now, one of these days, they're going to start getting these restaurants built back up. And you can see this condo here. They're definitely doing some work. Not exactly sure when those are all going to be finished, but This is what's been going on down here since Hurricane Ian. We've seen a lot of repairs. Some of them have been done though. Now, here over to the right, you'll notice this particular condo looks just fine. Got some really nice boats parked in front of it. But what I was saying earlier, this was where the restaurant was, and we used to come in here quite a bit, take friends and family and clients to lunch on the south end of the island. They still do have their boat club open down here, so if you're a boat club member, you can, I think it's Freedom Boat Club, but I'm not 100% sure. I do know, though, that is up and running down here, so you can rent boats on this end of the island. So these condos here on the south end of the island are a bit newer. Really nice community down here. You'll see a lot of boat lifts, which if you are a boater and you want to be on the beach, this is a great spot to be. Water is perfect today. We are almost to Big Carlos Pass, which is right next to Lover's Key. We'll eventually make our way out that direction. We'll get to see how the new bridge is coming along. That is getting done as we speak. Last time we were out there, looks like they were making progress. But you can see we've got these are higher end condos. They range anywhere from $800,000 and up. So again, if you're interested in buying or selling real estate down here in Southwest Florida, I am your boat captain realtor. Definitely reach out. So we're cruising into the Laguna Shores neighborhood, all the way on the south end of Estero Island, Fort Myers Beach. It's a little breezy. Hopefully my microphone isn't too muffly. You can see we've got some waterfront homes back in here. There's several direct access canals in this neighborhood, as well as some homes that are not on canals. They're a little more affordable. As a matter of fact, I have a listing back in here, which is a stilt home, 3-bed, 2-bath. I'll put a link to that home that we've got for sale in the description section, so you guys can see it. But Laguna Shores is a nice, quiet little neighborhood. Like I said, we're all the way at the south end of the island, and they've got a nice little back bay here. Backs up against the condos over there, which we just went by a little bit ago. Like I said earlier, it's a little bit of an older neighborhood, which you'll see older homes, you'll see some newer ones. Since Hurricane Ian, there were some homes that were destroyed, and of course, some of the lots are still there, but there's also some new homes that have been put up as well. So if you own a lot down here and you're looking to sell, we can definitely help you with that. We do business here on Fort Myers Beach. You can see some of these docks are in better shape than others. This area, like I said, some older homes, ranch style. We've got some that are stilt homes, but Laguna Shores is nice. You also have, like I said, you're backed up to the condos over here on this side. This bay is protected. We see a lot of manatees back in here, dolphins. Just beautiful, beautiful spot. So if you're a boat owner down here, you do have to have, if you have insurance, a lot of the insurance companies are going to require that you have a contingency plan for hurricanes, and it's not going to be, some of them are going to require you to possibly move your boat out of harm's way if there's a storm. It all depends on your insurance company and the type of insurance that you're carrying, so something to consider. Some of these new lifts, you can see you can get those boats quite a bit higher up in the air than what you would see in some other areas. But it's not just for the tides, it's for the storm surge, if there happens to be a storm. So you can see they're coming along on the San Carlos Pass Bridge. It's moving right along. It's like, not sure when it's scheduled to be done yet. I'll have to look that up. But we're right literally across from Lovers Key State Park. This bridge here is, from what I understand, over 50 years old, and so it lost its lifespan is at its end, and still has a drawbridge, as you can see. Big Carlos Pass sign right there. And tide is going out right now, so we were talking about tides earlier and moon phases and all of that. Well, we got a bit of a strong tide that's going to be going out, so you just have to deal with current. That's something else that not everybody's used to when they come down here to start boating and enjoying the Florida lifestyle out on the water. So if you have any questions on anything boating related, don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, I'm a charter captain as well as a full-time real estate agent. So being your boat captain realtor, I can help you with some of the boating things that you may have questions on. So here we are at the other side of Big Carlos Pass, and this takes you right out to the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful day today. Just perfect. A little breezy though. We're starting to get that sea breeze coming in now. So we are cruising by Lovers Key State Park, and these are the Lovers Key condo resorts. There's 3 buildings over here, and they all have rental written all over them. They are basically vacation rentals. So you can buy these condos and rent them out. You can see some of these here do have some boat dockage available. This area, very, very popular for folks who love nature. This park has a lot of really cool shallow water features to it, to where you can like go paddle boarding, and you can go kayaking. You'll find everything from dolphins, manatees, sea rays. I mean, you name it. There's quite a bit of that all back in this park. So Lovers Key is a great place for folks who just love being outside. Now they also have a restaurant over here, which is called Flippers, and you can see there's a couple of boats pulled up to it. They really don't have good dockage, so you know, if the tide's not too bad, you're able to tie your boat off. You can park there, but you just got to be really careful. It's not ideal for pulling up and going out to dinner here at this particular restaurant by boat. However, there are people that do it. You can see they've got some steps right there in front of it. Got a nice little pool too. So who knows? Maybe you need to stop by and take a little swim. Just kidding. Got somebody over there waving. Beautiful day. Flippers. Check it out when you get a chance. There is Lovers Key Resort. So Lovers Key does have a boat ramp here as well. So if you are not on water and you trailer your boat, you want to get down close to the beach, or close to the Gulf, this might be a great option for you. Nice size boat dock. You can see we got somebody rolling in here. Of course, it's idle speed, so we better slow down. And if we look back this way, I saw some dolphins jumping around here earlier. Oh, they must have left us. Anyway, check out Lovers Key Boat Ramp if you are trailering your boat down here. on Southwest Florida. So we are near New Pass, and New Pass will take you out to the Gulf of Mexico as well. You'll see that on the map that I just put up here, and you'll also see way in the distance down there, I'll try to zoom in, but that is Bonita Bay. Those are the high-rises for Bonita Bay down there. And Bonita Bay has a beach club where they will shuttle folks over here to the beach. They've got dockage where they'll drop folks off, and we'll cruise by there here in just a second. There's also Doggy Beach back in here where you can see the dogs play, and very sandy, deep water coming out of here, so you have a bigger boat, bigger vessel. Shouldn't really have too much trouble getting in and out of here. You just want to make sure you stay within the channel markers when you get out to the Gulf there. Otherwise, you'll end up beaching your boat. So once you pass through New Pass, to the right, you'll see Doggy Beach, and there are a lot of dogs out there today. It's about 87-degree water temperature, and air temperature is probably close to 90 right now, but we got a nice cool sea breeze. You can see over here, we've got the sea tow boat, and sea tow is like your AAA on the water. So if you have boat troubles and you need a tow, you want to subscribe to Sea Tow. They have a yearly subscription. You can literally help ensure that you won't have to pay to get towed in when you have problems. So this is no lake coming through the pass. You can see where somebody wasn't paying attention and they got pulled over. That's no fun. So we've made our way through New Pass, and pretty cool little area. A lot of people like hanging out here and just sitting in the water. Get a lot of people that come from Bonita, North Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral. It's kind of a centralized area, so you can get here by boat pretty easy. It's a pretty busy place. As you can see, I'll turn the camera around. There are boats kind of coming and going from every single direction. Now this bridge does have some, it's not really too much height limitations unless it's a sailboat. You'll see there's on the right hand side coming through here, you'll see a clearance at center, and so right now it says where the tide's at, it says 30, which 30 means we have 30 foot to the top of the bridge there. Learning all kinds of new stuff today, huh? So anyway, if you like this video and you'd like to see more of them, click that subscribe button. We try to get new videos out every week. We talk a lot about what's going on down here in Southwest Florida, especially from the water. Like I said, I am a full-time realtor and boat captain to boot, so I can help you with not only the real estate side of things, but I can hopefully help you find the right house and hopefully not have you make any major mistakes in buying the wrong waterfront house down here in Southwest Florida. So, Captain Chris, we are going to talk to you when we get down a little further towards Bonita Springs. So we're in North Bonita at Big Hickory Pass, and there are a lot of condos here as well. Some of them are ocean front, or I say Gulf front or bay front, and you'll see the ones here on the bay have boat lifts, or at least some of them do. These are really nice condos down this direction. You also have really nice beach, kind of a beachy area over here, and it continues to change. We'll show you a little bit more of that when we get closer. So as we get a little bit closer here to the inlet at Big Hickory Pass, this particular area is very shallow in some areas, so you got to be careful coming in and out of here. You really got to know where you're going, or have a pontoon boat or just something that doesn't have much of a draft. However, when the tide is up, it is well, it doesn't really matter. It can be down too, but it's sandy. It's a nice area. You see a lot of kayakers, a couple of kayakers here off to the right, paddle boards. It's no wake through here, so you just kind of got to take your time. But I see a lot of people parking their boats and anchoring off and just floating in the water. It's a great place to do that here. Water is just gorgeous. So this is Big Hickory Pass. So we decided to take a little break. We threw out the anchor over here at Big Hickory down Bonita Springs, and it is just gorgeous. Hope everybody's enjoying the video so far. We tried to cover a lot of material today. We talked a lot about tides. We've talked about different neighborhoods just all over Fort Myers Beach, from some of the more affordable areas as well as some of the more expensive areas. Anyway, there's something for everybody down here, so I hope everybody's enjoying it. We try to get these videos out pretty much every week. My name's Chris Glazer. I'm a boat captain realtor. So you probably wondering how I ended up back in my office this quick. Well, my power went out or ran dead on my microphone, and anyway, long story short, I figured I would just do my recap here from my office on this video. So anyway, I'm happy that you guys stuck through it all the way to the end. We covered a lot of material today. We literally went from the north end of Fort Myers Beach all the way down to Bonita Springs and back. You'll see in the map our route for the day. So if you like the video, please subscribe. If you have friends who might be interested in it, share the video. We'd love to get those shares. So if you liked our video, please subscribe to our channel. We try to put new videos out at least a minimum of once a week. We cover not only what we do out on the water as far as business goes, but we also try to showcase different neighborhoods in Southwest Florida. So please subscribe. If you like the video, hit the likes. That's really all we got today. I am a real estate agent full-time here in Southwest Florida. So if you are interested in either buying or selling real estate down here, I'd be honored to help you. This is Captain Chris, and I am checking out.